Well, I was told at my mother-in-law's funeral, Debbie's mom, that I wasn't allowed to talk because I would talk too long. So I didn't, and I always felt bad. I felt bad since then that I didn't get a chance to say something about somebody who meant so much to me. So I'm going to take this moment now, and Lindsay will get it to you in one of those newfangled ways she does these things. But anyway, it was only about 6 weeks ago that I eulogized my own mother, and I said then that she was the one who taught me to love all those years ago. And that's true. But there's more that people need in this world besides love. They need to be taught other things. And a lot of those things that I was taught, that I grew up to become because I was taught those things, was because of Debbie's mom. And, you know, I met her when I was actually just 17, but obviously I was not a man yet. And there's a lot of things I in retrospect, needed to learn to become a man. How to be number one, how to become a Christian. And she was a great influence to me on becoming a Christian. And she had a lot of biblical truths that she taught me. And she taught me a lot about being a man, about being a husband, being a father, being a grandfather. And those things that I would not have learned if she hadn't taught me, or that those that she taught had at a later time taught me, like Patty and David and Jackie. They taught me things that she had taught them. And of course, Debbie influenced me through her mom's teaching to her. So that's a bit of a legacy that I've learned from her and that I got from her. And I'm very appreciative of that. And I think that everybody kind of knows there's a lot of things about me that Grandma Bundy didn't like. And some of them, frankly, I didn't like about myself in retrospect, and maybe things I needed to change, and maybe some things she just didn't like. But anyway, you know, the one thing I always say about her is she may not like some things about me, but she loved me. And I always felt that no matter what, you know, Debbie's mom loved me. And Debbie's mom would do what it took for me to be able to live better and just be happier. And I think about the fact that, you know, she didn't like the timing of when Debbie and I got married, when I was still in college, but she came to my graduation, and that meant a lot to me. And I know that when I got out of college, I wanted to go into business, but I didn't have any money, and she co-signed on a note for me to go buy a tractor, and that meant a lot to me. Then, you know, when, you know, financially our lives disintegrated when the Houston housing market collapsed, that's where we were living at the time, you know, nobody would give me a mortgage, but she did. And she lent us the money to buy the house that we lived in, and we built equity up in that home, and that's the money we used to send Aaron to college, and then for Aaron to get married, and then that was the money that we used to start Bachman Builders. So all of that goes back to, you know, how she helped me out. Maybe it wasn't the way that I would have liked at the time, but it was the way that we needed. And there's so much to be said about her in that respect that all of us have. And I kind of feel bad also that none of the in-laws spoke at the service. It was siblings, well, it was her kids, and then it was the grandchildren, and even a great-granddaughter spoke. But none of the in-laws did, and I feel that a little bit bad about that. We didn't get a chance, maybe, or maybe some other ones didn't want to, but I want to, and I want to say that, you know, it's not easy being a Bundy in-law. It's a very strong family, a very opinionated family, but I remember so much about when I first came into the family and going up to the house and to the pool and just feeling love. And there was so much due to Debbie's mom. Debbie's mom really taught us to love, and I appreciate that. And I just want to say that I hope that all of you, when you talk about love, you realize that mom's love came from Christ, and without Christ, we're not going to see her again. And so anybody who has any question in their heart whether they've become a Christian, take this time to think about mom to become a Christian.